Shalom family, welcome to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like this video and share this wisdom with someone you love. Leave a hallelujah in the comments below to let me know you enjoy this Proverbs series. In chapter 5, we were warned to flee temptation, to protect our covenant, our purity, and our peace. But now, in chapter 6, the word goes deeper. We're about to see what YAHUAH hates. We're about to be warned against laziness, deception, and destruction. This chapter is a mirror, a correction, a call to rise up. If you've been distracted, discouraged, or drifting, this chapter will shake you, but it will also wake you up and get you back on track. Let's begin. Proverbs 6:1. My son, if thou be surety for thy friend, if thou hast stricken thy hand with a stranger. Be careful what you commit to. Don't sign your name or your future away to impress others or make quick deals. Don't put your purpose on the line to please people. Proverbs 6:2. Thou art snared with the words of thy mouth. Thou art taken with the words of thy mouth. What you say can trap you. Be slow to promise and quick to pray before you speak. Your words build your world or your prison. Proverbs 6:3. Do this now, my son, and deliver thyself when thou art come into the hand of thy friend. Go, humble thyself, and make sure thy friend. If you made a foolish agreement, fix it fast. Humble yourself and make it right. Pride keeps you stuck. Humility sets you free. Proverbs 6:4. Give not sleep to thine eyes, nor slumber to thine eyelids. Don't delay obedience. Some situations require urgency. Get up and get it handled. Delaying what must be done is a trap of the enemy. Proverbs 6:5. Deliver thyself as a roe from the hand of the hunter, and as a bird from the hand of the fowler. Get out like your life depends on it, because it does. Run from bad agreements like you're running from a trap. Don't walk out of bondage. Run. Proverbs 6:6. Go to the ant, thou sluggard. Consider her ways and be wise. The ant doesn't need a boss to work. She prepares. She moves. She stays ready. What's your excuse? If an ant can plan and work, so can you. Proverbs 6:7. Which having no guide, overseer, or ruler, true discipline comes from within. Don't wait for someone to push you. Push yourself. Motivation fades. Discipline leads. Proverbs 6:8. Provideth her meat in the summer, and gathereth her food in the harvest. Wisdom prepares for tomorrow today. Lazy people panic later. Wise people plan ahead. Prepare in peace or panic in crisis. Proverbs 6:9. How long wilt thou sleep, O sluggard? When wilt thou arise out of thy sleep? Wake up, you slept long enough. Destiny is waiting, but it won't wait forever. Your future is wide awake. Why are you still sleeping? Proverbs 6:10. Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. It's not always big sins that destroy us. It's little laziness. Just a little delay, and everything can fall apart. The small compromises create the biggest consequences. Proverbs 6:11. So shall thy poverty come as one that traveleth, and thy want as an armed man. Poverty moves quietly until it hits you hard. Don't invite it in with laziness. What you ignore today will invade tomorrow. Proverbs chapter 6 verses 12. A naughty person, a wicked man, walketh with a froward mouth. Wickedness always reveals itself through the mouth. Watch how people talk. It exposes their heart. A crooked tongue reveals a corrupted spirit. Proverbs chapter 6 verse 13. He winketh with his eyes. He speaketh with his feet. He teacheth with his fingers. Evil isn't just verbal. It's in body language, secret signals, and hidden motives. Stay sharp. Deception hides behind smooth movements. Proverbs chapter 6 verse 14. Frowardness is in his heart. He deviseth mischief continually. He soweth discord. Some people aren't confused, they're corrupt. Their mission is to divide and destroy. Stay away. Where there's constant drama, there's usually a deceiver. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 15. Therefore shall his calamity come suddenly. Suddenly shall he be broken without remedy. Destruction comes quickly for the unrepentant. Mercy has a window, but it won't stay open forever. Grace delays judgment, but doesn't cancel it. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 16. These 6 things doth the Lord hate. Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him. We're not guessing anymore. These are the things YAHUAH himself hates. Let's pay attention. Wisdom doesn't ignore what YAHUAH hates. It avoids it. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 17. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood. Pride, lies, violence. These are not just sins. They are abominations. Run from them. What the world celebrates, YAHUAH often condemns. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 18. An heart that deviseth wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in running to mischief, a heart that plots, and feet that rush into chaos. This is a recipe for ruin. Don't let your heart plan what wisdom would never approve. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 19. A false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. Division is one of the things YAHUAH hates the most. If you're stirring up strife, you're standing against him. Unity is sacred. Don't be the one who breaks it. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 20. My son, keep thy father's commandment, and forsake not the law of thy mother. Your foundation matters. Don't forget the guidance that raised you. It's there to protect you, even when the world pulls you in another direction. Your roots will hold you when the storm tries to break you. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 21. Bind them continually upon thine heart, and tie them about thy neck. Keep wisdom close. Make it part of who you are, in your heart and on display in your life. When the word is wrapped around you, sin can't get through you. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 22. When thou goest, it shall lead thee. When thou sleepest, it shall keep thee. And when thou awakest, it shall talk with thee. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 23. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproofs of instruction are the way of life. The word doesn't just correct, it illuminates. It lights your path and steers your soul. The word is not just a rule book, it's a roadmap. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 24. To keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman. Wisdom protects you from smooth lies, not just from people, but from systems, screens, and seductions that speak your language. Not every compliment is confirmation. Some are bait. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 25. Lust not after her beauty in thine heart, neither let her take thee with her eyelids. It always starts in the heart. That's why you've got to guard what you admire. Everything appealing isn't anointed. What you entertain privately will enslave you publicly. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 26. For by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread, and the adulteress will hunt for the precious life. Sin won't just hurt your feelings. It'll reduce your value, destroy your influence, and rob you of purpose. Lust leaves kings begging like beggars. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 27. Can a man take fire in his bosom and his clothes not be burned? You can't play with fire and expect not to get burned. You'll never outsmart sin. It will always outburn you. Fire in your lap always turns into ashes in your life. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 28. Can one go upon hot coals and his feet not be burned? You can't walk the path of sin and not feel the consequences. Pain always follows disobedience. You can't avoid the burn if you walk where the fire is. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 29. So he that goeth into his neighbor's wife, whosoever toucheth her, shall not be innocent. Adultery is never hidden from Yah. It violates more than a vow. It corrupts your soul. You can't hold another person's spouse without dropping your integrity. Proverbs Chapter 6, verse 30. Men do not despise a thief if he steals to satisfy his soul when he is hungry. Even a thief stealing from hunger can be understood, but some sins go beyond desperation. They're driven by rebellion. YAHUAH sees the motive behind every move. Proverbs Chapter 6, verse 31. But if he be found, he shall restore sevenfold. He shall give all the substance of his house. Even the desperate pay a price. Sin has interest. It costs more than you think. Every hidden sin comes with a public receipt. Proverbs Chapter 6, verse 32. But whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul. This isn't just a sin. It's self-destruction. You don't just break a rule, you break your soul. Adultery doesn't just break homes, it shatters souls. Proverbs 6:33. A wound and dishonor shall he get, and his reproach shall not be wiped away. You may be forgiven, but the consequences still leave scars. Dishonor stays longer than the sin. Some stains are forgiven, but still visible. Proverbs 6:34. For jealousy is the rage of a man, therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance. Adultery doesn't just destroy you, it ignites rage in others. Don't invite violence into your life through your choices. Sin creates enemies you weren't ready to fight. Proverbs 6:35. He will not regard any ransom, neither will he rest content, though thou givest many gifts. You can't buy your way out of betrayal. Some wounds go too deep. It's better to avoid the fall than try to fix the crash. Don't gamble with your peace. Some losses can't be undone. This was Proverbs Chapter 6, a mirror and a warning. It exposed what YAHUAH hates. It called out laziness, and it showed us the high cost of adultery and foolishness. Don't just listen to this word, live it. Let wisdom shape your decisions before pain does. Let the truth burn away deception before your life gets burned. And now, get ready for Proverbs Chapter 7, where the seduction intensifies, but so does the strategy for victory. Stay sharp, stay surrendered, stay walking in wisdom. Shalom, family. In chapter 6, we saw what YAHUAH hates. We were warned against laziness, falsehood, and the devastating cost of adultery. But now, in chapter 7, the warning becomes visual, personal, and prophetic. This chapter is a story of seduction, a story of a young man without wisdom, and a story that's being repeated in our generation every single day. This is not just a lesson, it's a rescue. Let's begin. Proverbs 7:1. My son, keep my words and lay up my commandments with thee. Wisdom is not just something you hear, it's something you hold. Keep it close, hide it deep. What you treasure becomes your protection. Proverbs 7:2. Keep my commandments and live, and my law as the apple of thine eye. This is life or death. Value wisdom like you value your eyesight. Without it, you'll walk blind. What you treat as sacred will save your life. Proverbs 7:3. Bind them upon thy fingers. Write them upon the table of thine heart. Let the word be your muscle memory. Engrave truth so deep into your soul, you can't forget it. What's written on your heart directs your steps. Proverbs 7:4. Say unto wisdom, thou art my sister, and call understanding thy kinswoman. Make wisdom family. Make understanding personal. When truth is close, lies stay far away. Keep wisdom close, and destruction stays distant. Proverbs 7:5. That they may keep thee from the strange woman, from the stranger which flattereth with her words. Truth guards you from seductive lies. Because some voices don't come to bless you, they come to bury you. Not every compliment is confirmation. Some are poison in disguise. Proverbs 7:6. For at the window of my house, I look through my casement. Wisdom watches. It sees what others ignore. This is a real-life observation, a warning from experience. What wisdom sees from the window, the foolish fall into in the street. And beheld among the simple ones, I discerned among the youths, a young man void of understanding. This wasn't a bad kid, just an unwise one. And that's all the enemy needs, ignorance. A lack of wisdom is an open door to destruction. Proverbs 7:8. Passing through the street near her corner, and he went the way to her house. He didn't fall by accident. He walked toward it. Where you walk determines where you end. Don't stroll past what you should be sprinting from. Proverbs 7:9. In the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark night, sin loves darkness. It operates best when you think no one's watching, but Yah sees everything. What's done in the dark always shows up in the light. Proverbs 7:10. And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of a harlot and subtle of heart. She looked like one thing, but her heart was subtle, strategic, and dangerous. It's not always about appearance, it's about intent. Seduction is not just seen, it's calculated. Proverbs 7:11. She is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house. This spirit is restless, rebellious, and always on the move, looking for who it can pull down. Disorder is always on the hunt. Proverbs 7:12. Now is she without, now in the streets, and lieth in wait at every corner. This isn't just a person, it's a pattern. Temptation is everywhere, so you must walk aware. If you don't guard your gates, seduction will find a way in. Proverbs 7:13. So she caught him and kissed him, and with an impudent face said unto him. She didn't wait for him to make a move. She moved on him. Boldness is not always a blessing. It can be a bait. Just because it comes to you doesn't mean it's for you. Proverbs 7:14. I have peace offerings with me. This day have I paid my vows. She used religion to justify rebellion. Be careful. Some people use holiness as a costume. Just because it sounds spiritual doesn't mean it's righteous. Proverbs 7:15. Therefore came I forth to meet thee, diligently to seek thy face, and I have found thee. She made it personal, but it's a lie. You're not the first, just the next. Don't fall for flattery. It flatlines your future. Proverbs 7:16 through 17. I have decked my bed with coverings of tapestry, with carved works, with fine linen of Egypt. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Sin is decorated. It smells good, looks good, feels good, but it always hides the cost. If the wrapping is beautiful, inspect the contents even more. Proverbs 7:18. Come, let us take our fill of love until the morning. Let us solace ourselves with loves. She called it love, but it was lust. and lust always imitates what it can never sustain. Lust gives pleasure, then takes peace. Proverbs 7:19 through 20. For the good man is not at home. He is gone a long journey. He hath taken a bag of money with him, and will come home at the day appointed. She believed she wouldn't get caught, but every secret sin has a set day of exposure. What's hidden has a deadline. Proverbs 7:21. With her much fair speech, she caused him to yield. With the flattering of her lips, she forced him. Words can seduce. Be careful what voices you let stay in your ears. The voice you believe shapes the life you live. Proverbs 7:22 and 23. He goeth after her straightway, as an ox goeth to the slaughter, till the dart strike through his liver, and knoweth not that it is for his life. He walked in like it was fun. He didn't realize he was walking into his own funeral. Sin is a setup. It always ends in a slaughter. Proverbs 7:24. Hearken unto me now, therefore, O ye children, and attend to the words of my mouth. Now is the time to listen, not later, not when you're trapped, now. Wisdom comes before the fall. Don't wait until after. Proverbs 7:25. Let not thine heart decline to her ways. Go not astray in her paths. Don't even start down the path. Don't entertain it. Don't text it. Don't click it. You don't drift into destiny. You decide. Proverbs 7:26. For she hath cast down many wounded. Yea, many strong men have been slain by her. Strength doesn't matter. Wisdom does. Even great men have fallen because they ignored the warning. Falling is never about strength. It's about surrender. Proverbs 7:27. Her house is the way to hell, going down to the chambers of death. It looked like love. It felt like pleasure, but the destination is hell. Don't go. Every path has a destination. Choose yours wisely. This was Proverbs Chapter 7, a warning, a mirror, a rescue. In a generation flooded with seduction, this chapter pulls back the curtain on what's real and what's deadly. Now the choice is yours. Will you chase what flatters your flesh, or will you follow what feeds your spirit? Chapter 8 is next, and wisdom herself will speak. Prepare to hear the voice of wisdom like never before. We've walked through warnings. We've stood at the edge of destruction in chapter 7. But now, wisdom speaks. She calls from the high places, the streets, the gates. Her voice is bold. Her words are eternal. This chapter is not just about avoiding destruction. It's about walking in dominion. If you've been searching for direction, if you've been craving clarity in a chaotic world, then this is the moment you were made for. Let's begin. Proverbs 8:1. Doth not wisdom cry, and understanding put forth her voice? Wisdom isn't silent. She's crying out. Are you listening? Wisdom isn't hiding. You just have to tune in. Proverbs 8:2. She standeth in the top of high places, by the way in the places of the paths. She positions herself where you can't miss her, right in the crossroads of life. At every turning point, wisdom is already waiting. Proverbs 8:3. She crieth at the gates, at the entry of the city, at the coming in at the doors. She speaks before you enter, before you make the deal, before you make the mistake. Wisdom doesn't wait for disaster. She speaks before it begins. Proverbs 8:4. Unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of men. This is for you, for all of us. No one is left out of wisdom's invitation. Wisdom is for everyone, if you're willing to listen. Proverbs 8:5. O ye simple, understand wisdom, and ye fools, be ye of an understanding heart. You don't have to stay simple. Even fools can choose to become wise. Foolishness is a condition, not a curse. You can change. Proverbs 8:6. Hear, for I will speak of excellent things, and the opening of my lips shall be right things. Wisdom speaks what is excellent and right. Never confusion, never compromise. When wisdom speaks, excellence enters the atmosphere. Proverbs 8:7. For my mouth shall speak truth, and wickedness is an abomination to my lips. Truth is wisdom's language. If it's deceitful, it didn't come from her. Lies can't live where wisdom dwells. Proverbs 8:8. All the words of my mouth are in righteousness. There is nothing froward or perverse in them. Wisdom doesn't twist the truth. She delivers it pure, straight, and holy. Righteous words lead to righteous results. Proverbs 8:9. They are all plain to him that understandeth, and right to them that find knowledge. When you walk with understanding, wisdom becomes clear. She doesn't confuse, she confirms. Clarity is the fruit of walking in truth. Proverbs 8:10. Receive my instruction, and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. Wisdom is more valuable than wealth. She gives you what money can't buy: peace, purpose, and protection. Silver may buy things, but wisdom builds legacy. Proverbs 8:11. For wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it. Nothing compares to her. Nothing is worth more than the mind of YAHUAH guiding your life. Everything you're chasing can't compare to what wisdom gives freely. Proverbs 8:12. I, wisdom, dwell with prudence and find out knowledge of witty inventions. Wisdom brings strategy, invention, and innovation. She's not just holy, she's practical. Wisdom builds what the world can't imagine. Proverbs 8:13. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride and arrogancy, and the evil way, and the froward mouth do I hate. If you fear YAHUAH, you'll hate what he hates. There's no room for pride when you walk with wisdom. Fear of Yah is not fear of punishment. It's love for his holiness. Proverbs 8:14. Counsel is mine and sound wisdom. I am understanding. I have strength. Wisdom isn't weak. It's strong, strategic, and victorious. This is where real power lives. Power without wisdom is dangerous. Wisdom without power is impossible. Proverbs 8:15. By me kings reign and princes decree justice. Every ruler, every system, every courtroom, true justice is fueled by wisdom. Leadership without wisdom is tyranny in disguise. Proverbs 8:16. By me princes rule and nobles, even all the judges of the earth. From the palace to the bench, wisdom is what makes decisions just and righteous. Authority means nothing if wisdom isn't behind it. Proverbs 8:17. I love them that love me, and those that seek me early shall find me. Wisdom is not hidden. If you seek her early with hunger and intention, you will find her. Wisdom doesn't play hide and seek. She meets the diligent at the door. Proverbs 8:18. Riches and honor are with me, yea, durable riches and righteousness. Not fake riches, not hype, but lasting prosperity, rooted in righteousness. Wisdom brings wealth that won't rot and honor that won't fade. Proverbs 8:19. My fruit is better than gold, yea, than fine gold, and my revenue than choice silver. The harvest of wisdom is worth more than anything money can buy. It gives peace with profit. Gold can buy comfort. Wisdom brings legacy. Proverbs 8:20. I lead in the way of righteousness, in the midst of the paths of judgment. Wisdom never leads you wrong. She walks in justice, in holiness, in order. When wisdom leads, destiny follows. Proverbs 8:21. That I may cause those that love me to inherit substance, and I will fill their treasures. Wisdom doesn't just fill your mind, she fills your life. Overflow comes from obedience. love wisdom, and lack will never live in your house. Proverbs 8:22. The Lord possessed me in the beginning of his way, before his works of old. Wisdom isn't new. She was there before creation, part of the eternal design of YAHUAH, confident. Wisdom is older than time. Walk with her, and you'll never be outdated. Proverbs 8:23. I was set up from everlasting, from the beginning, or ever the earth was. Before dirt, before stars, before breath, wisdom already existed. Thoughtful. Wisdom isn't just ancient, it's eternal. Proverbs 8:24-25. When there were no depths, I was brought forth. When there were no fountains abounding with water. Before the mountains were settled, before the hills was I brought forth. The world was still a blank canvas, but wisdom was already the brush in the Creator's hand. Assertive. Wisdom was present before the blueprint of the world. Proverbs 8:26-27. While as yet he had not made the earth, nor the fields, nor the highest part of the dust of the world. When he prepared the heavens, I was there. When he set a compass upon the face of the depth. She was there when the skies were stretched, when the boundaries were drawn. She's part of divine order. Reverent. Wisdom is the hand behind the harmony of creation. Proverbs 8:28-29. When he established the clouds above, when he gave to the sea his decree that the waters should not pass his commandment. Even the oceans obey wisdom. Boundaries and balance flow from her counsel. Powerful. Nature bows to the laws that wisdom built. Proverbs 8:30. Then I was by him as one brought up with him, and I was daily his delight, rejoicing always before him. Wisdom wasn't a tool, she was a delight, in Yah's presence daily, rejoicing, creating, flowing, warmly. Wisdom is born out of relationship, not just revelation. Proverbs 8:31. Rejoicing in the habitable part of his earth, and my delights were with the sons of men. Wisdom rejoices with us. Her desire is to dwell with humanity, to guide, uplift, and protect. Encouraging. Wisdom doesn't run from you, she reaches for you. Proverbs 8:32. Now therefore hearken unto me, O ye children, for blessed are they that keep my ways. If you walk with her, you walk in blessing. Obedience unlocks overflow. Assuring. Keep her ways, and you'll never walk empty. Proverbs 8:33. Hear instruction and be wise, and refuse it not. Don't resist her. Don't ignore her. Receive wisdom like it's your lifeline, because it is. The only thing more dangerous than ignorance is ignoring truth. Proverbs 8:34. Blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the post of my doors. Watch daily, wait patiently, seek consistently. Wisdom rewards the watcher. Those who wait on wisdom never waste time. Proverbs 8:35. For whoso findeth me findeth life, and shall obtain favor of the Lord. Want life? Want favor? Find wisdom. She is the gate to every good thing from Yah. Wisdom unlocks what prayer alone cannot. Proverbs 8:36. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death. To reject wisdom is to choose destruction. There is no middle ground. Choose life. Choose wisdom. Hating wisdom is the same as loving death. Make your choice. This was Proverbs Chapter 8, the cry of wisdom. She's not silent. She's not hiding. She's speaking louder than ever in these last days. She was there in the beginning, and she's here now, calling you into a life of favor, order, and purpose. Don't wait another day to walk with her. And now, prepare for Proverbs Chapter 9, where two voices call out, wisdom and folly. Which one will you answer? In chapter 8, we heard wisdom cry out, offering life, favor, and purpose to all who will listen. But now in chapter 9, we see a final invitation. Two women are calling out. One is wisdom, strong, stable, and full of life. The other is folly, loud, seductive, and leading straight to death. Both voices still speak today. Which one are you listening to? Let's begin. Proverbs 9:1. Wisdom hath builded her house. She hath hewn out her 7 pillars. Wisdom builds. She creates something solid, something eternal. 7 pillars represent completeness, stability, and divine perfection. Wisdom builds what time cannot shake. Proverbs 9:2. She hath killed her beasts. She hath mingled her wine. She hath also furnished her table. She's prepared a feast. Wisdom isn't offering scraps. She offers abundance. A full table for those who are hungry. When you dine with wisdom, you never leave empty. Proverbs 9:3. She hath sent forth her maidens. She crieth upon the highest places of the city. She doesn't hide. She calls publicly. Everyone is invited. The call to wisdom is open to the world. Wisdom never whispers when the world needs truth. Proverbs 9:4. Whoso is simple, let him turn in hither. As for him that wanteth understanding, she saith to him. She invites the simple, the unwise, those who know they don't know. That's where transformation begins. Admitting you lack wisdom is the doorway to receiving it. Proverbs 9:5. Come, eat of my bread, and drink of the wine which I have mingled. It's not just advice, it's nourishment. Her words feed your spirit and renew your soul. Wisdom doesn't just teach, it transforms. Proverbs 9:6. Forsake the foolish and live, and go in the way of understanding. To live, you must leave foolishness. There is no middle ground. You cannot walk with fools and arrive at wisdom. Proverbs 9:7. He that reproveth a scorner getteth to himself shame, and he that rebuketh a wicked man getteth himself a blot. Don't waste energy correcting those who hate truth. Discern who's ready to receive. Wisdom knows when to speak and when to walk away. Proverbs 9:8. Reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee. A wise person doesn't reject correction, they grow from it. Correction is not an insult, it's an investment. Proverbs 9:9. Give instruction to a wise man, and he will be yet wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning. The wise never stop learning. They don't plateau, they pursue. Wisdom multiplies in those who seek it. Proverbs 9:10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. Reverence for YAHUAH is where wisdom begins, not in books, not in opinions, but in fear of the Most High. The foundation of wisdom is submission to the one who created it. Proverbs 9:11. For by me thy days shall be multiplied, and the years of thy life shall be increased. Wisdom extends your life. It doesn't just give you more time, it gives you purpose in that time. Wisdom doesn't just add years to your life, it adds life to your years. Proverbs 9:12. If thou be wise, thou shalt be wise for thyself, but if thou scornest, thou alone shalt bear it. Wisdom or foolishness, the fruit belongs to you. You'll live with what you choose. You can't outsource your harvest. You reap what you choose. Proverbs 9:13. A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing. Now folly speaks. loud, ignorant, empty noise with no truth. Loud doesn't mean wise. It just means desperate for attention. Proverbs 9:14. For she sitteth at the door of her house, on a seat in the high places of the city. She imitates wisdom, sits in the same place, but offers destruction instead of direction. Not every voice in a high place carries truth. Proverbs 9:15. To call passengers who go right on their ways. She targets those already on the right path. Her goal is to distract, seduce, and derail. Distraction is the enemy of destiny. Proverbs 9:16. Whoso is simple, let him turn in hither, and ask for him that wanteth understanding. She saith to him, Folly copies wisdom's invitation, but her house is filled with lies. Deception always wears a disguise of something familiar. Proverbs 9:17. Stolen waters are sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant. She sells sin as sweetness, hidden rebellion as pleasure, but the cost is death. What tastes good in secret will rot your soul in silence. Proverbs 9:18. But he knoweth not that the dead are there, and that her guests are in the depths of hell. She doesn't tell you where her road ends, but it always ends in hell. Every voice you follow leads somewhere. Choose your destination. This was Proverbs Chapter 9, the final invitation from wisdom and the final deception of folly. Both are still speaking. Both are still calling. But only one leads to life. You must choose. And now we step into Proverbs Chapter 10, where wisdom becomes practical. Verse by verse, line by line, instruction for daily life. Let's walk in it together. Shalom, family. Welcome to Proverbs Chapter 10, the turning point of this series. Here, wisdom becomes action, not just ideas, but instructions, not just revelation, but application. Each verse is a divine seed, small but packed with life-changing power. If you've been asking, how do I walk wisely every day? This chapter is your answer. Let's break it down verse by verse. Proverbs 10:1. The Proverbs of Solomon. A wise son maketh a glad father, but a foolish son is the heaviness of his mother. Your choices don't just affect you. They impact your family, your legacy, your name. Wisdom honors your bloodline. Foolishness breaks it. Proverbs 10:2. Treasures of wickedness profit nothing, but righteousness delivereth from death. Wealth gained the wrong way is worthless. Only righteousness can save you when the storms come. What you gain without God, you'll lose without warning. Comforting. Proverbs 10:3. The Lord will not suffer the soul of the righteous to famish, but he casteth away the substance of the wicked. YAHUAH takes care of the righteous. He won't let your soul go hungry. God never abandons those who trust in him. Proverbs 10:4. He becometh poor that dealeth with a slack hand, but the hand of the diligent maketh rich. Laziness leads to lack. Diligence leads to overflow. Hard work may be slow, but it always pays. Proverbs 10:5. He that gathereth in summer is a wise son, but he that sleepeth in harvest is a son that causes shame. Know the seasons, work when it's time to work, or you'll regret when the season ends. Missed seasons lead to missed blessings. Proverbs 10:6. Blessings are upon the head of the just, but violence covereth the mouth of the wicked. Righteousness attracts blessing, while wickedness silences itself with violence. Blessing follows those who walk in integrity. Proverbs 10:7. The memory of the just is blessed, but the name of the wicked shall rot. Questioning: how will you be remembered? Righteousness leaves a legacy. Sin leaves a stain. Motivational: live now for the legacy you want to leave later. Proverbs 10:8. The wise in heart will receive commandments, but a prating fool shall fall. Wise people listen. Fools just talk. Talk less, learn more, live better. Proverbs 10:9. He that walketh uprightly walketh surely, but he that perverted his ways shall be known. Integrity brings peace. Deception always gets exposed. If your path is pure, you never have to look over your shoulder. Proverbs 10:10. He that winketh with the eye causeth sorrow, but a prating fool shall fall. Hidden intentions bring pain. Fake friendliness is a mask for destruction. Discernment sees beyond the smile. Proverbs 10:11. The mouth of a righteous man is a well of life, but violence covereth the mouth of the wicked. Your words are either life-giving or life-taking. Speak like someone who walks with the Most High. Let your mouth water the world, not wound it. Proverbs 10:12. Hatred stirreth up strifes, but love covereth all sins. Hate divides, love heals. Only love can truly cover the wounds we cause each other. Love doesn't ignore the sin, it overcomes it. Proverbs 10:13. In the lips of him that hath understanding, wisdom is found. But a rod is for the back of him that is void of understanding. Wisdom shows up in how you speak, and foolishness brings consequences. Speak wisdom now or suffer correction later. Proverbs 10:14. Wise men lay up knowledge, but the mouth of the foolish is near destruction. Wise people store knowledge like treasure. Fools waste words and invite disaster. Store truth like gold, speak it like fire. Proverbs 10:15. The rich man's wealth is his strong city. The destruction of the poor is their poverty. Wealth can provide stability, but without wisdom, even riches can be lost. Money can build a wall, but only wisdom builds a future. Proverbs 10:16. The labor of the righteous tendeth to life, the fruit of the wicked to sin. The work of the righteous multiplies life, but what the wicked produce only leads to sin and sorrow. Your labor is either feeding life or fueling death. Proverbs 10:17. He is in the way of life that keepeth instruction, but he that refuseth reproof earth. Correction isn't rejection, it's redirection. Refuse it and you walk into error. Instruction preserves you, rebellion destroys you. Proverbs 10:18. He that hideth hatred with lying lips, and he that uttereth a slander is a fool. Pretending to love while hiding hate is just as dangerous as spreading lies. Both are foolish. What's hidden in your heart will leak through your lips. Proverbs 10:19. In the multitude of words there wanteth not sin, but he that refrain his lips is wise. Talk too much and you eventually say something sinful. The wise know when to stay silent. Sometimes the wisest thing you can say is nothing at all. Proverbs 10:20. The tongue of the just is as choice silver. The heart of the wicked is little worth. When you walk with Yah, your words carry weight, but the heart of the wicked holds no true value. Words birthed in righteousness are more valuable than gold. Proverbs 10:21. The lips of the righteous feed many, but fools die for want of wisdom. Your words can feed nations or lead them to famine. Speak wisely. Speak to build, not just to be heard. Proverbs 10:22. The blessing of the Lord, it maketh rich, and he addeth no sorrow with it. When YAHUAH blesses you, it comes without regret, without burden, without compromise. God's blessing won't break you, it builds you. Proverbs 10:23. It is as sport to a fool to do mischief, but a man of understanding hath wisdom. To fools, sin is entertainment, but the wise know that every action has consequences. If sin makes you laugh, wisdom hasn't reached your heart yet. Proverbs 10:24. The fear of the wicked, it shall come upon him, but the desire of the righteous shall be granted. The wicked are haunted by their own fears, but the righteous, they live in fulfilled hope. Faith gives birth to dreams. Fear gives birth to destruction. Proverbs 10:25. As the whirlwind passeth, so is the wicked no more, but the righteous is an everlasting foundation. Wickedness is temporary, but righteousness endures the storm and remains standing. Righteous roots survive every storm. Proverbs 10:26. As vinegar to the teeth and as smoke to the eyes, so is the sluggard to them that send him. Lazy people irritate and weaken those who depend on them. Don't be that person. Laziness is leadership's worst enemy. Proverbs 10:27. The fear of the Lord prolongeth days, but the years of the wicked shall be shortened. Reverence for Yah gives you longevity, not just in time, but in purpose. Honor Yah, and you'll outlast every storm. Proverbs 10:28. The hope of the righteous shall be gladness, but the expectation of the wicked shall perish. The righteous have joyful hope, but the wicked are doomed to disappointment. Hope in Yah never ends in heartbreak. Proverbs 10:29. The way of the Lord is strength to the upright, but destruction shall be to the workers of iniquity. Yah's path empowers the righteous and destroys the plans of the wicked. Walking with Yah gives you power that can't be stolen. Proverbs 10:30. The righteous shall never be removed, but the wicked shall not inhabit the earth. The righteous are rooted and unshakable, but the wicked are only temporary. Heaven backs those who walk in righteousness. Proverbs 10:31. The mouth of the just bringeth forth wisdom, but the froward tongue shall be cut out. Your mouth is a weapon. Use it to build, not destroy. Crooked speech has no future. Let your mouth be a stream of wisdom, not a sword of destruction. Proverbs 10:32. The lips of the righteous know what is acceptable, but the mouth of the wicked speaketh frowardness. The righteous speak what is timely, true, and pure. The wicked twist everything. Wisdom doesn't just know what to say, it knows when to say it. This was Proverbs chapter 10, the beginning of daily practical wisdom from Solomon. Every verse is a choice: wisdom or foolishness, life or destruction, integrity or compromise. Let these words guide how you live, speak, and decide, especially in these last days. And now, get ready for Proverbs chapter 11, where we continue learning how to walk uprightly in a fallen world. Shalom, family.